I did not know it would mean I would fail my own. I couldn't see that far down the end.
You there? Nope.
Anybody watch it?
What the fuck is this? Oh, because it closed me out. I didn't put you. Okay. Can you tell? Look at that man's face. Just look at that, the hurt in that man's face. That is so unbelievable. Like, he did so much for this family, and for them to turn around and do this to him. But he played it smart because he was also in time. Well, that friggin' thingy, man, I'm so pissed. Where the fuck could it possibly be?
Just looking. Because it could be sitting on a ledge on the end of it. You know what I mean? It could be sitting. It's going to land in pretty good because it's brown.
Yeah, it's sad. Like, I'm sad for him. Because I know he's sad. It's gotta hurt because, like he said, all that time spending with them, he did have some kind of love for them. Not necessarily like him, but he had some kind of love for them because he spent too much time with them and helping them and feeding them, basically. Crazy. What? Am I not live? No, I'm live. Why is it not letting me? It's saying that I'm not live. Turbo, what'd you do with broccoli, damn it? You do not shut up. I don't know who that is. Are you? I was, I was about to tell you something. I was gonna tell you, don't make me come up there. I feel so bad for poor BK, man. I do. I feel really bad for him. Water. Hey, I think he found it. I'm gonna play this real quick. Let you guys listen. I will be right back. You have not been here. Don't even. Okay.
I lost a lot. Let me tell you what I gained back. I gained back something that I never would have had if I didn't do this. I gained some amazing friends. And through those amazing friends that followed me through the depths, I realized that my own marriage was a bond that could go through this. So
No, I said what I
that
got
became
it is later on.
the fuel afterwards. I was like, okay, I see that my marriage wasn't a marriage built on in the sickness and in health, right? It was in health and in YouTube. So that was a blessing in itself, right? To myself from a situation that I don't know. But I've met amazing women. I have an amazing woman in my life now that is like a best friend to me, you know, and she's I got two best friends, and they're both kind of the same. You know, one will be there for me even at a detriment to herself. The other one can make the little things seem like everything's. If it weren't the women, I would have never had this. The women in my life, I wouldn't have the. I learned something about myself, and I learned something about people. I can do anything I want. Anything. I can do anything. I am not limited. Some people believe maybe they're limited. I am not. I can do anything. I've never been victim. Never. Strong to let somebody feel like they victim. You can do anything too. All of you can do anything too, because let me tell you what, is so many of you right here next to me going through this. The Honest Rages, the Brandy B's, the Izzy Pops, the Kaz's, the Phils, the Lady H's. I mean, it's just so many women that have propped me up, and they could never know what I was doing. Could never know what I was doing. But they believed in me anyways. They believed in me. Whatever it was that they could see that I about myself, they believed it. They believed. So I kept going. Y'all, you ladies, helped me believe it. Because in the beginning, I was ready to quit this every day. Every day. And I realized that I could do this in a way where I didn't have to lie. I didn't have to lie. I didn't have to mistreat her. I didn't have to do anything. I could just be a decent human being to her. I didn't attack her church. I didn't attack her mom. I didn't her husband. I didn't attack her kids.
say really stupid stuff. You just kind of ignore it and apologize. And so the next time he comes to work and he's walking down the hall, and it's like, Mr. Whatever, private parts. Private save you at, have 20 minutes of laughing a day. It's the best exercise, whatever. Everybody. The truth of it is, wow, man, a belly sometimes just feels so good.
Yes, it does.
Even in the midst of all this going on. That's why I had to add it, because
I think that's probably why I've done so much cutting up, and just to just replace it with something else.
So it must be an awful feeling to be compressed after this many months.
Yeah. So
I'm a little bit worried, because nobody knows better than me how much time, effort, work that you put into this last many months.
the girl everywhere I drive, while I got her sticker on the back and her poster in the back, everywhere.
She'll never, you can only be responsible for you. That's the only thing we ever have control of. I know you probably haven't bragged enough, but I'm going to brag on you a minute. Not even about this case, but one that you were involved with for an extremely short period of time. A family member is missing here in 2 years, and in a whole nother city, never met. And just logically, you help the family. It's just logic. And it's not because you have
These ladies, but Dutchie went so hustle mode for that family. I don't know, like she got actual information changed and made right again. Is suit like at Ion Entertainment with the family first, and then on 30 or 90 days later, like, we did something, and then when we did something the next morning, the news picked it up. And then Dutchie's calling and she's doing all of this, and there's 2 years, no answer, and we mess with the thing for 30 days and they find him,
effort for somebody that you didn't know, didn't even think about, and you walk into the hardest, most personal, most private part of those people's lives.
Dutchie's amazing.
And then somewhere along the way, because there's a conflict of opinion, really, even with the way you're feeling right now, we still live in a country where you're proven guilty. But when people continually refuse to help themselves for their own betterment, at some point you have to make the right decision, and it's just to walk away.
That's it.
So and again, these people will never begin to know
Rest in heaven, Omar.
and I'm not even talking about work, but I'm talking about the emotions, the negative, the positive. And I heard an hour or so ago that, now you're going to make your son first. You've always made him first. It's just in the midst of a little child. A good parent, what is it they always go to? It leaves them till it's closed, like that family in New York. There is such a positive, powerful thing. My joke live?
Huh?
This is my joke live. Can I tell him another one? Because distraction is also a very powerful thing. And I told Ben this over and over again as he gets overwhelmed with his cases. I've been home, and I hope I can tell it right. It's not as funny as the last one. And I'm bitch moaning and groaning about my recent visit and how difficult it was, and oh, poor me. And I asked him a question that I wanted his opinion, and he at me, oh, please don't put that on me. My hair is just in frick today. My hair's falling out, so I haven't straightened it, and I just went it and combed it and pulled it back, and I have very curly hair. Which is probably why Ben wears it too. But anyway, back to my story. I asked my husband a question that he will give me some good advice, or just look at me in a rhythmically voice and says, don't know, but do you know green grasshoppers have holes? And it was another one of those bells where sometimes you just need to be separated from the torment.
Yeah.
And that is so out of character for him.
Yeah.
But the
Green grasshoppers have red ass holes.
sometimes you just have to find the light even when the sun isn't shining. That's all your people. Something that will make somebody do a belly laugh. Whew, you can always you can hang on to this post-mortem, so to speak, video for days, and I know you will, because I know that's you too. But don't forget to have a belly laugh at least once a day.
What do you think happens on the well?
Me? I have chosen to listen to all the probabilities from friends, from foes. And sometimes when they accuse you, what was it recently, of being an organ thief?
Organ trafficker. Yeah.
Organ trafficker. Well, that was a real belly laugh, too. It's like, man, are people pulling these thoughts from? It's just like, it's really just for YouTube view, isn't it?
Yep.
So you can continue the snake or the circle or however. I have, even in light of all the hours I've spent right here beside you and listened to all the views, all the possibilities, all the probabilities, I can say I've really not delved into my mind possibilities of what could happen to her, because they are all, mostly all, terrific things I can think about. And that's why all your friends and all your foes have continued on with this fuckery as long as they have. It's the most horrific thing in their mind too. At least at the moment. And really, we are all powerless to do anything at this point. Or solve the case that's yet to be seen. Is it going to be 10 years from now? Some hunter finds her, or what's left of her? Who knows? We don't know. Positive people will say she's been abducted and not a loving family, but the reality of that is poor.
Yeah.
So I don't think about all the possibilities of things that have come or happened or what summer, because it will become the most horrific thing in my mind.
I think there's potential that she's been rushed away to some mansion.
Oh yeah, we all know that that's not going to happen, especially in the part of Tennessee where she's at. Or there would have been other missing children. Because there's a lot of kids like Summer Wells everywhere. But somebody's not going to go down to the House of Tennessee to specifically pick up this beautiful little blonde-haired, blue-eyed child from living to take her someplace better. And that's as far as I want to go.
Yeah, they make it seem like organ trafficking is like sending mail. Like you gotta rules, you gotta have doctors,
Well,
you gotta have machines.
You can just be the one that, I've read enough mystery books. You can be the one that, alerts the big guy to the potential client.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
I thought like organ trafficker, like I put the scalpel in my hand. Like, no. They fucking smart. Okay, looking ass.
But, that's not the worst thing you've been accused of. I mean, at least that one seems absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, some of these idiots might believe I fuck around, fuck a dog.
Yeah. Those are all just words to keep the bullshit going. Again, everybody, so many of the viewers, both the negatives and the positives, have turned this into their own misery just for views. Were they ever out doing anything good? Were they ever,
No, they just sat home and bickered with each other to make money.
And really, you have
investigation good. Like, let alone be involved in multiple things and keep it all.
And actually, maybe I shouldn't say this online, but I will. At least Molly Golightly took the dogs some dog food. If they weren't taking good care of their children, were they taking good care of their dogs? Sometimes they are.
They were.
They were? So they were feeding their dog too, but she didn't know that. Because in her mind, she had all these notions or all these theories of all the terrible things that they do. Well, it is in a parent's mind. Has any parent ever thought, I'm going to make it easy. You don't have to go to your worst thoughts. Oh, why did I ever make the choice to be a parent?
Did the FBI take my computer?
No. But they can, because you have this new one. You just merely need to transfer, the info. But no, and is it real that we have some man that sounds very feminine harassing your mother and your wife from time to time? Yeah. You know what I've just done? Oh, I recognize your voice. You know, you must need a big hug today. You.
Not me. I say I'll beat you down with a pool stick. Make you.
That's because your reaction is built on the frustration and the anger of all the accusations you've had in trying to do something right.
I've got all my devices. I ain't lost shit. And in fact, I picked up some new ones.
Well, don't that because there's somebody out there that to break in for all your stuff. Well, just of information in there. To the person that comes to our house that wants to do that, beware. If you stand at my front door or if you don't know to your right, on the window, it says we are armed, we'll use them.
They just call the police to come pick you up, looking ass.
Well, not the minute they try and break in.
No. You got to let them get part way in first.
You know what? We got a big kitchen knife too, don't we? Oh. No, it's not that long. But it is already proven it to be a good defensive tool.
Yeah, I handed my my 2-seater Cessna and my dump truck over. I've been telling you everything ain't what it ain't. It's not what it is.
It's just like the guy that I've listened. How old is he? 30 yet?
Yeah, 30. Yeah.
Do you really believe that? Because I've got some property in Louisiana to sell you.
Louisiana too. No, it's just never has been what it appeared to be. Thank you, White Rat.
So
Andrew has even shown the laptop over and over. I don't believe Benny or Andrew had any laptop taken. I've not had anything taken.
No. Where did that come up with? A news story.
A news story, yeah.
A news story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Last night, Ernie.
Oh yeah. Well,
and said that I got Lene caught up with some guns. No, that never happened.
Well, I've always known Ernie was a little bit different than what we classify as normal.
Yeah.
But when he wants to partner up with Lene, then I know how really sick he is.
Oh boy. He's beyond stupid.
But a different thing there. So, everybody find one thing to do a belly but laugh at every day.
Andrew's breaking story, yeah.
Shoot, you know what? If you go on CNN,
there's a war going on.
Story that's going on. There's little blonde-haired, blue-eyed girls and boys that are losing their lives right and left. American Red Cross would take your donations. 2 days ago, $11 million from the American people, not the government, but the people, to just American Red, the people in Ukraine.
That's unbelievable. I mean, it's highly believable, but it's like...
Especially when gas is $5 for a gallon for diesel, and, a piece of wood that was $2 is now over $9, and yeah, it's pretty remarkable. All right, get my corner out, because that's part of my hair, too.
I got...
Why do you feel like you need to prove that to anybody?
I'm seeing it a lot.
Well, who gives a shit?
Shelby has some visitors coming this week. Ern will be charged with accessory to murder. Unfortunately.
Is that information actually out?
It's what they just said. It's out now. Bro, this dude top was taken. Sorry, he edited the video so it's not up there now. Where the fuck else would I heard it from? You people are so gullible.
Well, you know.
You have yourself a nice day. You go do that shit somewhere else, looking ass.
Well,
Bye.
you know, there's scams going on with phones and computers all the time. You need a new computer? Oh, my computer just got stolen.
That's right.
If it's a phone, shit, Apple will cover it with, you know, their rules that they have. Brand new phone. What is it? $100 deposit? You get a brand new iPhone, whatever is out now.
Tell Mama Keys I just called a friend and told her joke.
Which one?
I'm sure it was the first one.
The viewing?
The viewing.
So, and you both got a good belly laugh. And when you're having a time of trouble, look for the belly laugh because your own sunshine.
I'm smoking on ice cream cake.
I am not. I'm smoking on Dejarums.
Super duper exotic.
Yeah, well.
Yes, 3 healers. It's an old mud dauber nest.
Oh, in the garage?
Yeah, right up there.
We have them all over, actually.
They haven't been in there for a long time.
And we have too much stuff over there. We have a four-wheeler that just needs a carburetor fixed.
Yep.
Takes up a quarter of my garage.
Cake too. Yeah, ice cream cake. I like it. I don't know. This is all about turning that phone in. A lot of things get stored on phones, don't they?
Yep, they do.
You can hide a lot on a phone.
Yep, you can. And you know, it's amazing too because I had this conversation with my mom when I was up there. 90 years old. She's had a cell phone, but she didn't even know how to answer the messages in it. There were hundreds of messages. And she doesn't realize that a phone is a computer.
Right.
Because she doesn't really understand the concept of a computer. And not because she's senile or anything. It's because she's 90 years old. She just doesn't happen to be one of those elderly people that is, you know, up on the greatest electronics. Shoot. She can't even see her channel changer. Anybody else out there got a good belly laugh? Because I want to hear it and I'm going to go in. I have some housework to do. Can I tell them that I forced you to go out a few days ago last weekend and buy a couple of new clothes? No, did you?
No. Nope, I didn't. 616, stand up.
And one of the things I made him buy was a Fruity Pebble purple t-shirt.
She did. She made me buy the Fruity Pebble. She's like, your son's gonna like that. Hold on one second. Hold on, I gotta screenshot something real quick. I gotta get this documentation.
All right. I think the rest of it, I think it got cut off because he was trying to screenshot something. I'm pretty sure that's where it ended. Now I'm just like really confused. I don't know. He never said what he was screenshotting. All I know is I'm confused though, because like it's too much. Let's stop sharing this one. Let's go into this one and see what crap Crafton saying, since I can't find my broccoli, I'm really pissed too.
Candace, please, please, please turn over any and all. Just go in and just spill it. Just go in and just lay it all out. But here's my thing, y'all. What if she can't really remember what transpired that day because she was too high? Like, do we know if Candace partakes in the methamphetamines? Oh, Don likes the crack. See, downstairs. What?
Wait a minute. What are you talking? The comments in his chat? Are you talking about his chat? I need my green. My head hurts. What did I do with it? I can't believe I lost it. And it blends in with my couch, my chair, my floors, like everything.
We got these longer screws on these walls here because there's not one layer of sheetrock. There's 2 layers of sheetrock.
Yeah, I could see all his chats. No, because if I haven't found it yet, I'm not going to be able to find it. I don't know where the fuck it is. See, what I did is I had one left. I had a little bit left. My husband's out too, so what I did was rolled the last blunt and broke it in half, gave him half, and I kept half. I brought half out of the bedroom, and I don't know where I went from there.
Put 2 long screws in the top.
I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna be. It's gonna be that I'm gonna find it when I don't have anything, and I'm really certain, but I'll find it. No, not when it's rolled. They don't like it in the paper. They like it before. want to cry. But I know it's definitely got the glares on. Crafting. Yeah, it's just really nobody's live right now. Crafting in the glare. It's weird. I'm getting the glares. Notifications, but I don't get BKs anymore. Maybe because I go in there too frequently. Okay. Sounds good. Well, you can actually try to come up, and then I'll have her come up when you come up when she gets back in. Just hit the link. What?
Which one? The top one?
That one goes all the way on the top, and the other one goes underneath it. That has to overlap the top one, the bottom one.
Well, look, let's just put this one up and see how the cat feels.
Well, that's just the top one. That's not going to even hide
No, I'm
anything.
just saying, see if they try to commit suicide.
Oh, they will.
I don't want to see it getting hanging all over the glass or something.
I'm going to have to call him and be like, can you bring me a blunt? Please? I don't know where it went to. I'll give you $2. Like, you already owe me $25. So what's another $10? Oh, son of a crackhead on a sweaty day. I should have put it right back in that fucking thing right there.
That's what I was just making sure you didn't.
Like, I feel like I put it in something, but I don't think I did. I don't know. I'm so confused. Like, today has been just. I was trying to keep my mind busy because today's the second anniversary of my dad passing away. So I was trying to keep my mind busy and preoccupied between going with Dopey today to work and BK. Paying attention to BK. And
Junior couldn't even reach the doghouse. I had to move his chain around the tree.
it worked for a little bit, but then my mom called me and asked me how I was doing. Then my mother called me and asked me how I was doing. And I'm like, thanks. That's a brighter light. I left my jacket out in the car, which has my pen in it. What?
Where's the other one?
Remember you picked it up the other day? Did something with it. And you asked where it was, and you said, "Oh, it's inside the curtain."
Thought I put it back together.
I thought you did. I found it. Here. I found it. Hello.
What?
I found it.
Did you really?
Yeah. No, not that. I wish I found that.
Look, they already pulled it off the counter. Tracy went flying down the counter. That Tracy disciplined. Good job, Tracy.
Miss K, bring your butt up. P.
This is only half of it.
The other half I just gave you.
This is too long, though.
That's why I said you gotta up. It has to go. You're gonna have to bring it up more. Because what I was gonna do was just put it up in here anyway. Now I have to go up at least up here.
Yeah, I got you.
Did you find the other part?
Yeah, I gave you maybe the other piece to it. But I need the other curtain.
One curtain, that's all it's supposed to be. I don't want
Shut
two
your
curtains
mouth,
up there.
man.
I definitely don't want two curtains up there.
Wow.
I found it. I found it. I found it. Yay. See, told you were backstage. See how easy that was? Now, if I really wanted to be a smart butt, watch. I love you, Miss K.
Love you too. I don't know how to turn my camera on.
I hear you.
Okay, I don't like it back here.
I don't know why it's not shut. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if it brings you up like that. I can hear you, but it's not bringing you in. Hold on. Maybe it's just because your camera's off.
Maybe. I don't
Do you have when you came up, what did it have, like a microphone and a camera?
Yeah, it had both.
Were they on or were they X'd out?
They were both X'd out.
That's why your camera's off. You didn't allow the restream to have access to your camera.
Oh.
Mic has to be on because you're talking. I don't know if we can hear you side of back chat. Hold on, let me take that off mute real quick. We can hear. Say something real quick. Hold on.
Did you find it?
You. Yeah, I found it.
Oh, okay.
It was in my candy bag.
Oh, that's a good place for it.
Just a little bit. Let me go tell him what, because he's like, what do we have for dinner? I done told you what you can eat. I have egg salad in there. Make you a sandwich or two. And some toast. I wasn't home to take anything out today, so. And I totally was not thinking about it this morning when I was leaving. Look, we have 3 people in here. So it says. Hey, where'd you go? Get back over here, woman. Where did you go, Miss Cave? Saying nobody's in my live. This one says 2. The other one says 2, but when I open up the participants, it says just me. Does not make no sense. Yeah, I see that. All right. So now we're back to 3 people in here again. So they must not be subbed because I think I have it set up for you have to be subbed for like 5 minutes, I think. Why'd you kick yourself off? You're supposed to be up here with me. I wonder where Izzy Pop is. But it's not even showing Hilton in here either, so it's showing me and you, and that's it. I guess they're trying to see what we're talking about. Nothing really. We are just confused. really confused. I bet you do. Come on, be in the limelight with me. Please. I can't believe I did that. Candy basket. Yeah. She had to let him out the front. I mean, to use the bathroom. Usually they don't take this long. Okay. It's okay. It's okay when you're ready. But at least you know how to get up here and you know how to back chat now. What we can do is, for now on, I would like for the mods to be in the back chat. But what I'll do is make sure it's turned off to where you guys, they don't hear your voice or nothing. You're just in the back chat. Sound good? Crafton went on real late and she's still on. That's weird. She went on at like 7, I think. And she's still, this is 3 hours. She don't usually go that long. Daisy does, but she don't.
Again, the drug is not being said by somebody enough to where they haven't arrested them yet. Or even pulled them back in for another conversation. Because the police said they lawyered up. They said they have not. So, okay, Grandma took the nap. Okay. Well, crank's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Crank's not that full-blown methamphetamine. Crank they used to cook up in the bathtub, and after you rolled your bowl, that shit would be black. Yeah. OnStar, yeah, Ella, thank you. Exactly, Vic. If they keep that on because it tells the location to where they can shut it down when you don't make your payments. Thank you. Yeah, he does have a delusional heart. Yeah. Meth is the only thing I've ever seen people act like that on. Yeah, we're going down. Med Start. What's Med Start? Exactly. He said he had 7 alibis. Candace had none. She's going down. Yeah, crime time, grime. Yeah, me neither. My hubby isn't either. Dog isn't either. Snorting THC? What? Get out of here. Who snorts THC? She does. She does. That's right. That's right. Help know everyone. This is a different Help Me Facebook. Hi, Alabama. Lulu, that's your dad in there. Oh, that's your cousin. Yeah, she is a Nita dollar. Yeah, yeah, we're sorry. Did y'all hear Skirndall? 96 to 97% Cherokee Indian. Then why aren't you living on the reservation?
What, 5 hours?
Free money.
Oh, you're talking about people being on for 5 hours? I think the longest I've been on is 3.5 hours maybe. But that was in between my live and somebody else's live. That wasn't just like me being live. I mean, maybe it was just me being live. I don't know. Hilton's back somewhere. Says she's back. See, told you. So here, okay. Grab the link, y'all, and come in the back so I can see if I can turn your mics off if you don't want to be on mic. Yeah. No, I gotta figure out how to do it to you too. Get up here. Just for a second. I will make sure you're not in the stream. I promise. I'll turn your stream off. Okay, your stream is off. Speak for a minute. I can hear you. You kicked yourself out again. Your mic wasn't on. Your camera wasn't on. That's why I was like, say something because I wanted to make sure.
Like,
Okay, see now with me. Okay, wait, hold on. I was like, say something because I wanted to make sure. I put you on. When you're on, the only way I can hear you is if you're in the stream. Wait, hold on. I was like, say something because I wanted to make sure. Oops. Hilton, grab that thingy. Oh.
it out.
Hilton, grab that thingy. Oh. Okay,
It out.
So Kay's not in, but grab the thingy.
What grab?
Why is it echoing like that?
It out.
Kay's not in, but grab the thingy.
What grab? You're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you, but I can't hear you. I could see.
Okay.
Oh wait,
So
I could hear you.
I muted myself because it was echoing real bad. Because when you guys come up, you have to mute the main YouTube one that you're on. Jump in this one, leave this one on, and turn the other one off. You still can hear me. Miss K kicked herself out again. Woman, do you not know how to leave your buttons alone? But you're in the stream. She didn't want to be in the stream. She just wanted to be able, because like.
Oh, was I not supposed to go in the stream?
No, you're fine. I turned you on into the stream. You can't. You come up, and it's whether or not I bring you into the stream. Like Miss K's back here with us. You're the only one up in the stream with me because she doesn't want to be heard or seen. There she goes again.
Oh, I see in the back private chat.
Yeah, she's in the private chat. Oh, she was in the private chat.
Can you see that?
Yep. So if you don't want to be in this stream, I mean, you don't want them to hear your voice, I can turn you off, and you can still hear, but we can't hear you. We'll talk in the back chat.
Now, where's the other ones that she said? How do people, I guess, so anybody could go in, enter a name. And you don't have to pick me up as like on the show, like, hearing or like seeing. They could just, go back here and go la, 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 and start typing away.
Yep.
So that's how easy it is to get back there. But see, that's why
That's how he. And
she needs her mods back there, like you said.
Yeah, this is Restream, but I'm not sure. See, when they come up, see how on yours is it me on top or you on top and then me and then K, or how does it go on yours?
You're in the middle and I'm like on the left. A little screen up on the left-hand side.
Okay, so you see where it has the signal and then the 3 dots?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, hit the 3 dots.
Okay.
Got it. Damn it. Is there a little button on your camera, your picture with that's like blue with a white dot?
Blue with a white dot? No. On the picture itself?
Yeah.
No.
There's got to be a way to kick people off.
What does she use? The duck? The other one?
She uses Restream. Restream's a little bit is different than this. This is Restream. StreamYard is different than this.
StreamYard, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, StreamYard's a little bit different. I've got to figure out how to kick you. I got to figure out how to be able to kick people off so I can tell you guys how to do it. Maximize, minimize.
New comment.
I guess.
What is this? Oh, that's full screen, we know. But no. What's this little window
Okay, so I guess the way. Okay, so what you're gonna have. This is how they're doing it. I guess on this one is while you're back here, and the person's name that pops up in the chat that does like whatever they want to do, whatever they say, you have to go into the chat itself.
Yeah. Okay.
And find their name, and then kick. It's a little bit, yeah, because I just realized that I went over to your comment or Miss K's comment.
Yeah.
Block user on YouTube, put in timeout on YouTube, add to block and restream chat. So that's where you have to do. You have to hit add to block and restream chat, so they can't come back up at all.
Okay, good. Heard your background, guys. Okay.
We still have somebody else in here, y'all. But they're not showing up because they're not a member. I mean, they're not a sub. All right. Now, Miss K, if you don't want to be back here anymore, you can go back to the other side.
What do? You just hit leave, right? Is that how simple it is just to get out?
Yep.
Let me see.
See, I don't know what it says. I don't know what it says on your side.
Wait, let me take a picture. I'll take a picture of it. I'll send it to you.
Okay, because like I don't know what it looks like on your side. I've never been on that side on Restream. I've only been on StreamYard. Where the hell is my damn thing now? I lost it again. Y'all know there it is.
Did it take? Come on. Where's the picture? I know it took.
Oh Lord, here she goes. Now she's gonna fight with her phone.
Ridiculous.
She's gonna fight with her phone.
All right, ready? Here we go.
I don't know if you know this, babe, but the phone won't fight back.
I hate the phone sometimes. Yeah, there you go. A good picture.
Which one did you send it to? We have like 4 chats.
The last one.
Okay, so the one with all 4 of us.
I guess the most recent, I would say.
Okay, why isn't it coming through then? My phone's about dead. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there's Kay. Got it. I got it. Hi. Sorry about coughing. I gotta take my allergy pill. Where is it?
Private. Where
I'm
does
like
it say
literally
leave
way
chat? Oh, okay, I see it. So that
down on the top.
where your leave chat is, that's where it says, that's where mine says end stream. And
Oh,
then
okay.
you got the
Weird.
mic, the camera. You got the share screen to where you could share something instead of me. You could do it.
Really?
The ad thing, the plus sign. Don't
Yeah.
worry about. You don't ever use that unless you
Oh yeah, look
create
at
an
that
account
share
on.
screen.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
cool.
So,
Good to know.
um,
All right, good. Just so I had to look back here to see, just in case.
Miss K, write something in the main chat real quick. And tell me if it pops up on your side, Helen.
Okay. It says, "Am I muted?"
Yes. Do you want to be muted? Okay. Not in the private chat, in the main chat. Can you type anything in there? Is there a place where you can type in that chat?
Sorry. No. Yeah, I can't see the outside chat either.
Okay, so you have to go back to the original YouTube page in there.
Okay.
So it'll pop up on your screen on your side right now. That's going to be a pain in the ass. So once you're in the back chat, once you're in the back chat, in order for you guys to comment on the main chat, you have to go back to the main page. Don't close this one out, just jump back to the main page.
God.
I want to make sure you guys are going to be able. See, I don't know if it's going to work because you both are mods, but I know you guys won't be able to do me. So that's why I want Miss K to go back to the main page and actually I want you both to jump over to the main page and type something in the chat and then come back to this and see if you guys can kick one another out. Don't do it, just see to the main page, do it from the and type something in the chat and then come back to this and see if you guys can kick one another out. Don't do it, just see to the main page, do it from the and type something in the chat and then come back to this and see if you guys can kick one another out. Don't do it, just see to the main page, do it
says
from the and type something in the chat and then come back to this and see if you guys can kick one another.
Now I got no volume. Do you hear it? What are you laughing? I can't hear you.
I muted myself because I thought that was me, and it was actually you this time. So Kay hasn't done it yet. I think Kay got lost.
It gives me an option on the side, like if I right click, it'll say, block, report, or
yeah, that's in the main. That's on the main page,
right?
I wanted you to send a message in the main page, and from the back, from this side on Restream, I wanted Miss K to see if she can kick you out, but I don't think it's going to work because you both are mods. I don't think you guys can kick each other out. We might need to play with Yard Stream and see. Well, let's see. 3 hours on Yard Stream.
Who it's woman? I just.
You only get 20 free hours on StreamYard.
You're right. Usually worse.
Did you tell your husband you were ours tonight?
Hey, you see how that dog looks up at the water from you?
I guess she didn't tell her.
Water boy.
Are you on your phone? Are you on your
I'm on
phone?
the computer.
Not you. Hey.
Oh.
Okay, so what am I supposed to do?
He was just bitching about dinner. How much we make about it going and he fell asleep.
Good boy.
How come it didn't let?
Right.
I'm gonna mute you for a minute. It wouldn't. Okay, so from Restream, you couldn't go back to the other tab. It wouldn't let you open it. That's weird. That should have just opened a new tab when you went to Restream. We're having computer issues. Because that's weird. Like, it should have opened, like, it should have, when you hit the link, it should have just opened up a new window, not closed out the main one. Do you still have the Restream open? Like, if you wanted to come back to the backside again? You know what? I might believe that. I might just believe that woman. All right, I'm gonna unmute Helen. Sheepy. How many tabs do you have open at the top of your things? Your thing.
And my thing.
I got like 7 because I have like 7 different YouTube 7 different YouTube pages open so I can see what I want to talk about. I need to close a couple, honestly.
My back is literally killing me from, but like that's how like out of shape I am. How pitiful is that? What'd you do? Clean your house? What'd you do? Actually got off my ass, cleaned my house. My back's killing me. I do so much. Oh.
Zav Girl's doing a live on Summer. Crafton's talking about it. The Glaire's talking about it.
These people are still live?
Yeah.
Wow. Talking about what? Jesus.
Daisy's still alive.
Of course she is. Come on. When I was walking the dogs, I had my phone, and I went on it for like literally 2 seconds. So I don't know what they were talking about, but so I didn't know she like we told her about Vesties, but they were talking about him and like saying that's where the drama is and stuff. But I don't know what happened. And then my dog.
Well, she said the
No,
other day on our panel that one one tab. Okay. I had to think about that for a second. She came when she came on the panel the other day, or in the live the other day. She was talking about when she was telling us about everything. She was like, oh, that we were saying stuff. You know how like the drama and stuff, and I know she was drama. Like I just don't like being mean to people, and I'm like, well, some people you can't help but be mean to. You try not
they're
to,
gonna
but
step all over you.
yep.
Sometimes you just have to. And
I,
say no disrespect, but
yep. I was like, a lot of us left because of that. We were, you didn't.
she didn't care. And
Yep.
Robin
You
was
didn't
right
want
behind,
you weren't
saying,
you didn't
"Oh,
want to listen, or you didn't want to listen and stuff like that. So like we didn't want to walking over you and taking over your channel.
I couldn't.
Like we feel like
I
she should
couldn't.
make her own channel.
Yeah, I can't listen to her anymore. Like, get your own channel. Seriously.
Like how many different channels do you got to get kicked off of?
Yeah, really. Maybe
Go back to the main YouTube page and mute it. Don't close it, just mute it. Poor Miss K. I love her.
She'll get the hang of it. I was so lost myself. That's why I was like, show us, guide us.
Well, yeah, like
while we
I
can
need
do
to
it.
learn anyway.
I never understood why she always says the back chat. I never understood how they got back there. I was like, she would be like, people saying nasty things, y'all, in the back chat, and I'm like, well, how do you get it back there?
You got
Because
to jump on the stream and tell her not to bring you up.
she needs somebody back there, or she needs to either ignore it. I would just like totally ignore it. I wouldn't even have read it, or just delete it. And not even fed into it. I really wouldn't. I mean, that's why it's back there. Somebody's just trying to get under her skin.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, it's so stupid though that she feeds into it now. Sorry, it's annoying. But that's all I got. I got, and I was just like, oh geez, still complaining.
Oh, Benny's on the glares. Let's.
The glare.
I got them. They're already. Yeah, both of them are tagged in my description, so I can't get in trouble. Yeah, he's on the glare. I knew I wanted to watch the glare for some reason.
Teddy, do you have to lay on? You have every way to lay.
Into someone that is completely transient, and he is only transient in situations like the Wells. It's got to be so dysfunctional that he can fit in and seem like a superstar.
I mean, we're seeing that though. Like we're seeing that H's dad. Like, why is he even on YouTube? Like for what?
He's done nothing but hamstring his son's situation.
What is he right? Like that's the most you can hear it.
And it's fair. Yeah, the most like we know traditionally the way that scenarios work is that it's this whole thing was derived
because it doesn't just make him look bad. bad. Sorry to interrupt you. It doesn't
No,
make
go
him
ahead.
look bad. All of them look discredited.
Absolutely.
Like, think about it. If these are, because I find Ali just as questionable as him. So if these people are raising, those are his examples, you know, I can't take much credibility into what he says either.
You just can't, because throughout the course of these pseudo cross exams they're doing on each other, I mean, first of all, you have to understand that the very things these people are saying on the YouTube will be the very things that they cross examine these people against if it goes to court ever. So whatever these people say online, they have to be able to recreate it exactly, because if they don't, the ideal of their testimony being excluded um, is a very real possibility.
That's happening a lot. This is going to be, if these people make an arrest and it's one of the people that everybody suspects, right? It's going to be so easy for the defense. Like, I'm not a
It's gonna be
lawyer.
cake.
I'm not a lawyer at all, but this seems like, in theory, based on being just a long watching it on TV, this seems like the kind of thing that would constitute a mistrial.
I mean, immediately
if they can collect enough. Think about that. If they can collect, all a defense attorney has to do is go, look at this YouTube channel,
Absolutely.
Who is that? That's Ali. That's
Eddie.
H. That's Andrew. Jose.
Only
All of these
somewhere else.
people are tainted witnesses.
Absolutely.
All of them.
And they've all crossed over and essentially rebutted their own statement, aware of the way the criminal justice system works. They don't realize it. They don't realize the way they could have been of service to their son was to say nothing.
Maybe that's a good
at all.
thing.
Or just be reasonable enough to say what I always say, which is, I don't really know.
That's
I mean,
it.
we can discuss it. I don't know, and I'm not going to talk to you like I do.
Right.
You know,
Well,
I'm just trying to encourage those who don't know what they're talking about to realize you don't know what you're talking about, and just be responsible in how you deliver information and
That's
how
it.
you speculate. That's
it.
all I'm saying.
Go find out, and if you don't want
Right.
to find out, just don't spread it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. If you're too lazy to do the homework, don't talk on it. You know, because it's just irresponsible. And now look at us, like, you know, again, I don't know, but in theory, it totally seems as though there's already to declare a mistrial.
I mean, right
And
off
how
the
do we
bat.
know that that's not even the reason? How do we know that's not even the reason why nobody's been charged yet?
That's exactly it. You may find a scenario where a grand jury is kicking this thing around in the back chambers
And going, nope.
Like, yeah, that sounds good, but then this guy says, yeah, it's not going to work because of this. And so you've got all these things that
Right.
cancel each other out. Potentially, you're exact.
Okay, so you guys hear Benny, right? You can hear his voice.
Yeah.
Why is he not in the chat in that chat room? He is not in that chat room at all. Like neither one of his names.
Maybe because he didn't comment yet. Did he comment at all?
No.
Maybe it
He
doesn't.
regardless if he comments or not, he's still, even the glares in there. And none of them have his picture on it or nothing. Oh, this is weird.
And he's speaking
Nope.
on the
And he's
panel.
talking on the panel.
Where's Miss K? Is she in here? Oh,
She's in
I am.
chat, I think.
I'm listening. Okay.
But I don't know where she's
am
listening
listening.
from. If she's back here. No, she's not back here. She went back on the other side. But that's weird. That's really weird. Okay, let's listen to some more.
didn't survive that type of injury. He's got zero. What we have right now is the ideal of a backup of Donwell's phone. And we know statistically in the high 90% are involved in these.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And it really sucks because, and I don't regret this 1 second, because I'm like this with every case that I talk about, every single one. I am absolutely consistent with, even though those statistics and they're valid, that does that.
Yes.
And that 10%
I think so.
is important, because if that 10% is the case, you've got some people that and you're you know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
so that there's that 90%, sure, but that 10% is so bright and so important.
Right. Well, we know, dependent on the year and the on in the year, that between 100 children go organically with the stranger danger. You know, that's like one every 3 days, or in some cases almost one a day somewhere. But when you look at the grand of cases resolved, cases
PBI has a great record, and I know that just by following them on Twitter.
Resolution rate.
Yeah, they post Amber Alert and then they'll post found safe. Almost every time it's so, you know, I think that, so based on what we've already and on as far as happening in as far as based on what we've seen, because this is evident out there. It's out there. Period.
Yep.
So, and that's enough for a defense. You know, I mean, it could be enough for defense. I don't know.
I mean, even if the DA, I mean, we run down the track, I mean, we get to the end and we're in court, and it would be, I mean, if the
of whether or not successful in convincing doubt in her, and absolutely. I don't how
it would.
I mean, I don't see how that wouldn't create doubt in a logical juror.
It would.
You know,
you've had of mass information, potentially a cure to this situation in a phone, a computer, and no one felt like they needed to just rush it to the TBI the very first day. To me, that's that tragedy.
I agree. Well, sorry, there's people that are like, what's going on? And they don't even gonna make you explain that all over again.
Interestingly enough, last night when I started doing what I was doing, I received a series of text messages from Bullhorn Betty, and she was like, "Oh, Benny, I see that you've turned the corner." And I'm like, "Listen, Betty, you don't know anything." And I said, "You're wrong again." And she's like, "Oh, I just need to come on platform, and you know how opposite theories, sometimes meet in the middle." And I'm like, "Listen, I never in life."
She said it on. She said on your platform.
On my platform, yeah.
Man, I would have been honest, dude. Like I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your channel. I'm just saying, I would have been like, I would love that. I would love that. Come on up here and explain to me and justify all that I've been calling you out all this time.
Right.
I would love to
to, there was a real itch to do it, but it was like, you know what, like for what I would feel like I personally gained, she would actually gain from me even making her a part of what's going on.
She
Like
would
she's
gain,
irrelevant.
yeah,
She would gain.
the whole thing, because right now, yeah, like a lot of people are talking this. If you're following the Summer Wells case, then you're probably talking about this. And by her going your channel, that would absolutely, she would gain from that, and I see how you wouldn't want that.
No.
Yeah,
You stomp,
so that
stomp
makes
fire
perfect
out.
sense.
You don't blow
Yeah,
on it.
exactly. But is me, that's, but fairness, you don't lean into her as much as I do. You know, you have.
I have, yeah.
But I mean, I've just done so many.
You did great work on her, bro.
Well, thanks, man.
Keep
But
going in and out. Is that me? Keep skipping on me.
So for her to come on my channel, it would just be,
Is he?
you know, I would just be like,
Right. Pinata.
It's not skipping, but it's
Is it me?
because there's just yeah,
My
she would never.
volume.
no,
even
it's just
like-
like kind of like it's kind of like freezing up every now and then.
You know, furthermore,
But it's not skipping, it's just freezing up.
Frank, you know, there's absolutely no way I could ever forget what she did to my friend Frank and allow her to come up and talk about anything I
Like, how much is it?
got going on. Like I'm Frank Strong. I stand with AF Crew.
Yeah.
AF. You know,
Yeah.
like I would
Yeah,
never turn on him.
That was just some cowardly shit. You know what I mean?
Was.
That was as cowardly as a YouTuber gets. You know, because it's, you know, you can ask people, you can show up to their house, you can show up to their jobs without any evidence at all whatsoever. And even if you did, it's still fucked up.
Absolutely.
You know, so and then you do all this, and then you have to take legal action to shut someone up for calling you out on it.
I know.
That is that is you. I mean, that's an inside out.
It's you can't even describe it, bro. And furthermore, it's like for you to come here, you have to absolutely be so cautious with your opinion because there's a trickle down economic in all of this stuff. If you think for today it's a good idea to try to go get Don locked up, well then you don't realize a trickle down, or at least she didn't realize on the trickle down that he was paying for children. So now you've created a scenario where you've removed the man from employment, and you know it was self-serving. self-servicing in a way where
It was
you felt
purely self-serving because they
That's it.
only did it for content.
that's it.
They only did it for content. And
They
so
never identified the trickle down
and
economics
as
where
far
this
as her
thing would
taking the
stop at.
legal action, I'm seeing this in chat too, much about this, but just out of respect for Crude, but it's just my personal opinion on the situation, and it's just like I think it was super cowardly on top of the cowardly things that I just named. She even had to lie on that cease and desist. And we know about that. Because when he got it, he read it out loud, live stream, and I read it out loud, or played it anyway. And it's these were just crazy lies, like lies that she could never produce any proof of, and it was just super cowardly, man. And so for that, that's why that's exactly why she would never come onto my channel. She would never go on as a guest to Burnt Toast channel, is
Right.
because she knows that she will be called out and
And
be faced
we're-
with truths that we go over on a constant
Absolutely.
basis.
We're different. Like, guys, and gals, like, a lot of us, like, we're different. And
Very toast. Like
we're able to critically about these things in ways that
Oh yeah, burnt toast is
some
cool.
others
I like burnt
and
toast.
others aren't. And you can see the difference. Like, we stand in the gap, right? Like, guys like Glare and Crude and Crimes and the little team we had going earlier, in the winter, like, man, we were tearing it up. We
And
were
it's
tearing
funny
it up.
because we came together. It just so
Absolutely.
happened that people's behavior caught people's attention, our attention, to where we had to address it about this case. So hey, what's up, Annie?
That came out of them going to Tennessee and doing what they did was, the relationships that me and you. Like, man, there's some great, relationships that have been forged and never were contaminated, right? We all organically on our way. In their way, but we didn't have to break up to do it.
Well, what was interesting, great way of putting that too. And what was interesting is it was only we share most of the same moral values. We see people doing fucked up, dirty shit that's undeniably up, right? and then we're just like so overwhelmed with the desire to fucking call him out on it. And then I hear burnt toast up on my panel, and so on and so forth. I ended up, you know, crew with crew was on a live, and then we just and burnt toast were already part of another community.
Right.
It just so happens you're fall under the content of this community, what they do.
Everybody was
and,
up in arms, and it was a beautiful thing.
And
dude.
it's just like the true crime community, the decent part of the true crime community, kind of just, and the Lulz Cow community just kind of seep together with the same interests, and then it just turned out to be fun.
It was. It was, and and there's still great awareness coming from channels like yours. I really applaud, like, in the internet world, they're like, okay, like you. No, in the.
Okay, I had to pause it right there. Look at them two. Ugh. Could you ask for a better life?
Real world.
Hey.
Consistency is what's key. You
Damn it, I said hold it. Look at them two for a minute. Look at how his hand paused. Is Kay still back here with us? Or leave? Oh my god, this shit drives me nuts. It's just paused. Yeah.
can only do something for an allotted time until someone tells you, okay, that's enough. Like, I am continuing to keep heal me on the necks of that need to be kept in check, bro.
Yeah, I mean
somebody's got to do it.
That's how I see it. If I'm being totally honest. I'm just like, why am I the only? There's so many situations where I'm like, why am I the only one talking about this? Do you not see what's going on here? Because I do not take one thing back I said about Ryan Upchurch. I don't.
Me either, bro.
Don't. I've gotten so much shit about it. I've lost over 100 subs over it. You know what I mean? I've never lost that many subs in one time. I don't think ever. You know? Yeah. And it was all because people were like, no matter how much data I shared on the situation, no different than anything I've done with Bullhorn Betty Lightly or anybody else, no different than that. But because it's him, people are like making excuses for him, and I'm a attacking him.
Tell you what, Will, I felt like the live, and I'm being I felt like the live that there was a sort of that unfolded that was like, wow, like this dude is not a good guy. And I'll be honest with you, like that was in terms of like investigations that unfold online, because I like those. I like to see somebody sort of start with nothing on a live and then build up a whole scenario with their resources down below, what they already have up here. And to me, bro, that was one of the more enjoyable lives I've ever had, because it's an organic thing and it unfolded. And it reaped a result about the man, that it wasn't like, the way that we did it. I was totally willing to get to the end and say, okay, well, Ryan's not that bad of a guy. We got to the end and it was like, whoa, like this guy is grooming young Southern Americans to be racist. There's nothing you can do with that. You can't get a foothold and try to stop that other than speak out about it.
Yeah, I agree. And dude, I hate to hit you with a curveball, man, but
No,
you're getting kind of attacked here in chat, and I don't know anything about what they're talking about, but there's talking about you using the N-word some recently.
Who's saying that?
I don't know.
No, I don't remember him saying it, but I'm not saying he didn't.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he didn't. And if he did, he was
guys
repeating
blowing
it
up
to
my
somebody
chat with it,
else.
and I'm just like, I'm thinking like, I'm not gonna fucking throw this guy a curveball, but since we're talking about the racism thing,
yeah, no, I
question.
It is.
I don't racist.
But I didn't, but I mean, I asked you about it, so
I'm not,
I don't know what else they want from me.
I don't know. Maybe that's some sort of connotation from another channel. I'm not sure. I don't use the word period. So
Right. I mean, I'm assuming that if it was, it could be found. So
sure.
Don't just throw that in the chat. And I really like this guy too. He actually has a channel. And the guy who's doing it, making these comments. I don't know what his problem is with you, but
what's his name? Andy?
Hillbilly Night. Show USA.
I've never heard of him.
And
Neither. On the show.
He's actually got a pretty solid following. But he's always been cool here on my channel. We've always seemed to agree on a lot of stuff, but he wants me to don't feel comfortable doing that.
Well, I mean, it's
because that's not why I brought you up.
Right. We're talking about right. If you can email me, sir, we can talk on the phone. I don't have any, pretty transparent in that respect. So, if you thought you heard something that offended you, then by all means, I'm apologetic to you. I'm not going to have a war with anybody,
Right.
Yeah. You can make,
where I gotta ask you because we were on a live, criticizing people who use that word. You know what I mean? So I want to.
Absolutely.
It's just one of those things that, in my integrity, he couldn't let me ignore. If somebody,
I mean,
and it's somebody who I have found on here in the past. So
absolutely. Let me tell you what.
I'm going to draw the line. But I'm going to draw the line when it comes to giving him, because that's not why I brought you up here, and I'm grateful that you were willing to join me. I'm not going to turn this into an attack Benny fest. I'm just not going to do that.
I'm a hip hop producer. It does not give me any leeway, but sit here and say that when I'm driving down the highway and I'm listening to my favorite. Kevin Gates is that's pretty much the only artist that I listen to. If I were to say that I drive down the highway and omit every N word that's in the song, dude, I'd be a liar.
Right.
I'd be a liar. So if it's a word that someone has heard that they feel that was inflammatory, there's probably an explanation for it. I don't even know where this is deriving from, but it is what it is. But I do find it extraordinary when people sort of pull things out of the fold. I don't want to go too far into it, but yeah, Mr. Nitro, like, bro, when I'm listening to my music, word, bro, every word. Sorry.
Yeah, I think at this point, then he's just going to have to take up with you personally, or on your channel, or on his channel, or whatever.
But we know that's not the way it happens.
As far as I'm concerned, I have not heard or recorded, and therefore I'm not jumped to the conclusion and just take somebody's word, no matter how much I respect their word.
You know what? If that's what you pulled from it, I apologize that there was so much power in whatever you thought you heard. Like, it was a lot to pull from all of this. And I certainly think that I don't think that anything that is said, like, you know what, like, chastise me for recreate, like, you know what, and I'll be honest with you, bro. Josh, when Don said that N-word, I was like, oh man, but he didn't put it out there like he was, reciting words to, Tupac song. It had that hard ER on the end and about it, and I shouldn't have. And the next morning, Josh from the lab, he was like, "Hey, bro, I see you recreated the N-word." And it was at that point I was like, "Yeah, man." Like, that was being forced here, and so the normalizing of those things was always a problem for me from the beginning, anyways.
Well, Hillbilly Nitro, man, I like you, but you're now accusing me of calling you a liar, which I did not. I said that your word is usually very credible. Is I would have to see or hear proof of this. I showed receipts when I talked about Ryan Upchurch, so I'm not going to not hold the same standard for him.
Now, bro, if I did, now let me tell you what, when we were talking about the Ryan Upchurch stuff, about Candace wearing the hat as well,
right? And
so I'm not, there were a couple of times, like, especially after Don did what he did, like, I would call Don and I'll be like, I'm gonna just say, like, "What's up, my nigga? Like, you want to be funny online and shit, bro? Like, what's up, my nigga? Like, you want to wear the fucking hat? Like, what's up, bro? You go, Nitro. Like, if it's something like that, bro, then I apologize.
Saying this, but didn't take it out of content.
Like, it's some bullshit that I put up with them people, and I fired it back at. I never had a problem firing that shit back at.
So you're saying your reason for addressing them was for, to
being racist,
to keep them comfortable with talking to you and staying close.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
I lied. I lied to them people as much as they lied to me, but they had no reason to lie to me.
Right.
reason to lie to me one time. Like, if someone's trying to help you find your dog, how do you it's being helpful? It's just not a time to lie. You know what I mean? So I told a lot of lies to those people. I told those people a lot of stuff they wanted to hear in order to get to a stone wall. I knew, Will, as soon as I reached a stone wall, bro, I was done.
Right.
I wasn't gonna and then hide it and say, "Oh yeah, well I knew about that, but I just didn't say anything." Like, no. Like, when I hit the stone wall, I'm done. And then everyone else can figure out what's on the other side of that.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I don't want no more parts of it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be lied to anymore. I'm not gonna be, like, bro, my family, like, they've read through that truth finder. They found every single family member of mine, and they call them all night.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, it's a difficult situation, man. I mean, I wouldn't have done what you did. You know what I mean? Like, my whole thing was just, I'm keeping my distance. I'm not going to bug them to get on my panel. I just want to get, and speak their mind, and I'm also going to tell them the same face that I've been saying to everybody, which is, listen, you don't owe any of us anything. You don't owe any of us any explanation. You owe law enforcement, because they're the ones that are supposed to be trying to find your daughter. So you don't owe any of these people or me.
Let me interview you real quick.
Sure.
What do you think happened to Summer Wells if you wanted to publicly render an opinion?
I'll say the same thing that I've always said, which is exactly how I feel, which is 150% the truth. Do not have what happened to Summer Wells, because I don't have enough information.
That is so responsible, bro. I
because I don't
super applaud you.
I mean, that's even less, First of all, I don't even know who's responsible for it. How am I supposed to know what happened to her if I don't know who's responsible for it? You see what I'm saying? There's no way to
that's ultra responsible, dude. Like, so many, like, I would, like, I've even rendered an opinion, I mean, it's based on my opinion, which is then again based on what I think I know and understand about this case. But there again, it changes every single day. Sometimes, I would wake up in the morning and say, well, I don't feel like they did it. And then by lunchtime, I'd already changed 3 or 4 different times. It's just the preponderance of evidence is
right,
so
because
large.
You're on conversations with these people on a constant basis. So
every day, all day.
So since you're doing that, I mean, your wheels are going to turn all the time. And yet you still never came to any definitive real opinion.
No, I just came to a stone wall. And furthermore, just to add a little bit, like, bro, I never said any of those things. In front of the rebel flag. Moving forward.
Good point.
Okay, let me ask you this: what impact do you feel like the disappearance of Summer Wells has had on the community where you live in?
Honestly, the community where I live in, I mean, I live a good hour from Rogersville, maybe 45 minutes to an hour from Rogersville.
Right.
But my community here, most people, they've just heard her name, but they're not looking into it. You know what I mean? I haven't talked to anybody who is looking into it, you know, and following it, not in person. That community just consists of YouTube. Patty Whack, thank you so much, and thanks again for the other one, Be Botanical. I just interrupt, but yeah, I just don't. I don't think. I mean, which to me is a good thing to a certain degree. You know, if all they know is her face and her name, good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Good.
Absolutely. Game. Do you think that this situation will change the way that law enforcement handles their business in Tennessee?
I don't know enough about law enforcement here in East Tennessee. I honestly don't. It's funny. I've talked to a couple of cops, but not anybody that actually, you know, like there's a couple of cops that I know, and I've interacted with them, and I've asked opinions with as far as because I remember this one that I was talking to. He you know, he goes to the same gym I do, and we were just making small talking about the channel, and then I asked him, you know, about if he heard of the Summer Wells case, and he was like, but I haven't, you know, I don't know anything about it actually,
Right.
you know. And then and this was during the time of boobs on the ground doing what they something like, would this be, you know, considered harassment? Like, he's like, absolutely. Like, that's,
Yeah.
and I was like, would you say that would actually interfere with an investigation? He was like, totally. He was
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
he didn't even have to think about it. He was like, totally.
Yeah.
And for all the same reasons that I've explained so many times, you know,
Yeah.
and you've elaborated on and explained as well, you know.
Absolutely. What do you think? Like, so I became alerted to what was sort of building up, but you in Ryan Upchurch. What was really the thing other than his behavior between you and him?
I think mine keeps start. Mine. I think it's mine. It keeps stopping.
What was the thing that really you to speak out against Ryan Upchurch?
I saw the video. It actually showed up on my feed because obviously anything regarding Summer Wells is probably going to pull up on my feed.
Mm-hmm.
Clicked on it, and and like, whoa, you know, who the fuck is this guy? You know, and I honestly didn't watch BHB's Live Today Giants 10. But I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Because like he's just like, I'm listening to the things that he was saying, and based on this, and I'm thinking that this happened, and blah, doing just this crazy speculation.
Yes.
But he's doing it based on some trashy YouTubers explanations that you know, and I'm not saying Christina Randall is irresponsible because he did name her, but he was sounding a lot like he was basically just drawing a conclusion that Donnie and Candace did it. And here's why. And all of it was hearsay, you know, all of it was just, you know,
he could have been right in the end, but he right for the wrong reason.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
Like my gripe with that, he has, think about that. Think, I mean, this, we went over this on your live. Like, people's argument is, you know, well, he just, you know, people's argument is that he just, you know, at least he put Summer's name out there. That's important, man. He's got a huge platform and you're not giving him credit for putting your name, but how you put your name out there is important. And if you follow these things and you worry about what an investigation, it's important about getting, about evidence tainting and about witness tampering and about jury tampering, most
Absolutely.
importantly, because this guy having almost 3 million subscribers
In that area.
know, in this area, right? The majority of his fan base is right here, who probably follows the case. So, you know, now did he spread information? I mean, I'm sure he's very large here in the United States, you know. I'm not saying that his entire fan base is here. I'm saying a good deal of it is probably here already. And that being the case, you know, imagine how much harder that could possibly jury selection when the time comes.
I mean, it could make it catastrophic. I mean,
right. Up, you know,
absolutely.
I moved for a new venue, like, but where?
And that's
you
where,
know what I mean?
Know, like, I mean, historically changed within 60 or 100 miles, right? So